Hello folks, today I will talk about template reference variable in Angular and what are the uses of this template reference variable. So as you can see in the image, the template reference variable is written after this hashtag. So whatever the thing you will write here, it will give the reference of that variable. Of that element. So means with that you can easily pass and show data. With that you can get the value of input HTML element. So here we have added this hashtag on the input element. So with that you can easily fetch its value, and it uses special variables to reference a DOM element within a template, and so it helps to you to pass data from one template to another template. So with that you can handle the things on template easily. So means suppose here if you want to need the value of this input type, so what you can do, you can define this template reference variable and you can easily fetch the values. Let me show you the example. And means what we can achieve with this variable, you can refer to with web component, means where we can give the reference of this variable. So on the web component, on any HTML element, on a directive, on template reference, a div element within an element. So with that you can refer this with that. So if you want to pass the value to any function or save that value, you can call the event or on that method. So let me go through all those one by one. So this is a template reference variable. Web component, element, directive, template ref. Template ref is the ng template tag that we have. A DOM element within a template. DOM elements are all the HTML elements that we have. So how Angular assign values to template? If we declare the variable on a component.
ये मेरी फेवरेट डेजर्ट प्लेस है और ये डेजर्ट मुझे इतनी पसंद है कि मैं इसे खाने के लिए रोज यहाँ आती हूँ.
How Angular assign values to template? If we declare the variable on a component, the variable refers to the component instance. If you declare the variable on HTML, the variable refers to that element. So what they are defining here means, if you define the hashtag on a label element, and it will reference to the label element. Whatever the field you will define, it will add the reference to that element. If you declare the variable on any template element, the variable refers to the template ref instance. This thing that I already mentioned. If you declare the variable ng template element, the variable refers to a template ref instance representing the template. If the variable is specified on the right hand side, the variable refers to a directive or component. So these are some use cases that I already mentioned here. Means on what thing it will refer to. So let me give you a brief of this. So here we have defined this template reference value customer input, and here we define the customer input value. So whatever we write in this input type, it will add this in the label. So let me uncomment, means open this code. This is an app template reference component. So let's add this component now. So so what we have done here, so here on the call value we are getting this value, what we are doing in the call value. So as you can see in there in the template, we have added the alert on this str. So whatever the string in this, it will show that string. So as you can see here, it is means we have also written this customer product value, so it will write it at that place also. So here we have added on click event. So on click event you can get the value of this element, this input element. Next is next what we have. So next example related to the ng model. In ST template, changing the text in the input changes in the value in the span because Angular immediately updates changes through the template variable new ref. So let me give you a proper overview of this. So suppose means whatever you written in this text box, you also need that in the span element. So what you can do here, you can give the reference to that element. Initially we have defined this text, whatever the text is written here, test, so it will add this text test here. Now if you change it to the so it will also change in this reference. Changing the text in input changes, changing the text in this input changes the value in the span because Angular immediately updates changes through the template variable. So means this ngref is basically used to continuously updating those variables. So this is the case in which we can use that. So same like this is defined here. Here a name input HTML input element and input dot value. So whatever the value means, here we are giving the reference of this, so we are getting the updated value. Let me tell you one more interesting way to use this template reference variable. So as I told you, it is used on to reference on any demo element component directive in that template. We can use it as well in the template. We can also pass it to the method in component. So there are multiple uses of this thing. So here means how we can define the variable. So it is here we define the variable. We declare template reference variable using a hashtag followed by the name variable. We can also declare them using variable equal to, means there are two ways, means we can also use this thing, this reference, or we can use this tag also. We can also declare them using the variable equal to customer when the component directory defines the customer as an export as property. So so as you can see here, yeah, there are multiple uses. So this is a simple example. This is with the component. So means on the component you can add this, we can add this reference like that. Next is this is example. So whatever we written in this first name, it will also show on the below 0. So this is example. So let me show you this example now. Here we have do not have title, so remove this. So here whatever you are going to write here, so it will also update to this element also. So we have used this key here because we have initialized the event with some value so that it will update those things. We have used key book on the 0 environment. It does nothing, but it forces Angular to run the change detection. So means if you want to use it for the reference and you also want to this continuous update, so firstly what you need to do is you also need to do some change detection to run the change detection, so it updates the view. So after that you can easily update the DOM elements. The Angular updates the view when it runs the change detection. The change detection runs only in response to a synchronous event. The change detection runs only in response to a synchronous event such as arrival of HTTP responses, raising of events. In this example where we have type on the input, it raises the PF event, it forces Angular to run the change detection. Hence the view get the latest values. So this is the reason why we have initialized the some value so that Angular do some change detection, then it will easily update that. Another use case is we can pass variable to component class. And another one is the export types that I have already told you. This is another syntax to add the reference. These are just some workarounds to achieve that. So this is the basic of this template reference variable. You can use it anywhere. Thanks for watching. I will also update some more examples on this channel so that you can get regular updates. So that you can use for this, you need to subscribe this channel. So thanks folks.